there, welcome back to Colorado and Company. I'm Denise Plant. You know, she came from very humble beginnings. Celebrity chef Sandra Lee is sharing her journey, and it's hard to believe she helped raise her younger siblings with food stamps and welfare. And now she's built this mega business empire. Sandra Lee joins us this morning. I'm not going to lie, I'm excited to have you on the show.
Thank you, honey.
I really am.
I'm excited to be here.
Well, I want to start, before we get into the fun stuff, how you rose to where you are, because you did have to deal at a very young age to raise your siblings on food stamps.
Well, you know, I think everybody who's been in a hard situation can attest that you just figure it out and you bootstrap it. It doesn't matter what your age is. Humans are very resilient, and children are extremely resilient, and we were the lucky ones. We were very resilient, and I never looked at our beginning as a disadvantage. I didn't know any better, and that's kind of the beauty of being oblivious, is that if you don't know, you don't really know. And what was interesting is not only were we raised on welfare and food stamps, but we were also raised Jehovah's Witness. So there was no birthdays and no Halloween and no Christmas, so that when you see me do these specials, and I do dress up as Cher, when you see me do these specials, it comes from a very authentic place. And I think knowing the grocery store and being raised on those welfare and food stamps really gave me an advantage when it comes to the brand that I built. And a lot of people don't realize I invented products in home and garden for retail first.
Right.
Florence Henderson was my spokesperson when I had that business. Then I went into crafts, and the only reason I wound up on television is because QVC asked me to go on the air, and I said, no, Florence Henderson is doing it. God rest her soul. I love you, Florence.
Yeah, she's a sweet lady, but why wouldn't you take that opportunity?
Because I was like 26 years old. I'm 50 now. I was 26 years old. I had an eyelet bow in my hair. I thought no one's going to believe that I did this, and it needs to, you know, this product line is really going to help people make their homes more beautiful, and I don't want to mess it up. And they said, we'll teach you. And they taught me.
And now you're teaching others, because you're actually teaching other women to realize their dream. If you can start out by making curtain rods and having Florence Henderson pitch it for you, and then come to where you are today, we can believe in ourselves to do it too.
There is no reason why you can't do every single thing that your heart desires. Life is short. Just be fearless. And that is one of the things that I'm doing here in Denver. I am on a tour around the country, and I am interviewing small business owners and entrepreneurs about their businesses. I am the spokesperson for BBVA Compass, which is a financial institution here. They're a boutique financial institution, but I've come up with 10 principles with them. And in working with them, I had breast cancer 2 years ago, and I had to sit home for about 3 months straight. And me to sit home do anything, I could redecorate the set in 10 minutes.
She walked in and she goes, okay, Denise, we're moving that flower, that vase.
And this pillow does not match my dress. No.
Which I love, though.
But what's really important, and what I thought about, is what am I supposed to be doing at this stage in my career and my life? And I have so much information and knowledge about building a company a couple times over. Not only taking the hits and the falls, and we all have failures, but how do you rebuild and how do you make something amazing that helps other people?
Well, can you start by telling us the 10 bright principles? What is that?
Well, the bright principles are the 10 things that we came up with, that if you follow these principles, not only will you be successful in your business, they are success stories for life. And one of the main ones is remember your roots. It doesn't matter what your roots are, but remember what they are and who you are. One of the other ones is be fearless. Fearless means fearless. It is 2 words, not one. Fearless. Just do it. What do you have to lose? We're all going to be gone, hopefully to heaven. And you know what? Just get out there and get it done. Live your dream. Why is your dream in your head?
You know what's so funny is that's exactly the advice my dad gave me when I was a little girl. I was a teenager and I wanted to do radio. He said, so pick up the phone and give him a call. I brought in a tape where it showed me singing, if I could sing and if I could do a hurdle, and I was that talented, he'd put me on the radio. The guy laughed at me, but then a year later, I got a job. I got an opportunity to do it.
So now you have your own radio show, and it's like #1 in this market.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
You should see all the little Emmys in the back room.
Oh yeah,
I'm just saying.
They're not mine. They're not mine.
Ton of Emmys back there. I watch around going, oh my God, they're so cute. I need one of these.
So let's talk about Easter. It's right around the corner. Talk a little bit about your favorite Easter treat, what you like to do.
Oh gosh. Well, I like to make my Easter baskets.
Yes.
And I already have given the baskets to my children. They're older, they're in college. and they have a regatta. They're sailors, so they're away at school. They don't want to come home for Easter because in their mind it's one day. For us, it's like a weekend, right?
Right.
So I did their baskets last weekend. I mean, I was at the craft store at 9 o'clock on a Saturday night 2 Saturdays ago, and the baskets were already slim pickings.
Oh, wow. It's so funny that you still give them Easter baskets. I think that's awesome. You're such a great mom.
Of course. I mean, they like it too. It doesn't matter how old your kids are.
Yeah.
Even if they're 50, and I am.
Yeah.
Kids like Easter
I can't believe you're 50. We're going to have to talk more. I need some more advice. Don't go anywhere. And we're going to follow up. We don't have all the time to talk to Sandra Lee, but we'll follow up more on Facebook. So make sure you join us, Colorado and Company on Facebook. You can learn more about the Bright Perspectives program online at bbvabright.com. Again, that's bbvabright.com. It's sponsored by BBVA and Compass Bank. And you can also check out Miss Sandra Lee's recipes and decorating ideas for Easter weekend at sandralee.com.